tonight we're going to make rice pilaf. Now, if it's authentic, I don't know, because I don't know that I've ever had rice pilaf. But that's what the recipe calls it, so that's what I'm calling it. What I have already done is melted 1/2 tablespoon of butter, and it's real butter. You can use whatever kind you like. To that, we're going to add, I have 3 chopped green onions. You can use 2 if you use the dark green part. I just don't happen to like the dark green part. I think it's a little tough. So I have 3 green onions, and we're going to just stir this around in this butter until it's tenderized. Okay, I had my burner on too high. It's starting to get brown on the bottom. Add 1 cup of instant rice. You can use brown or white. I'm using brown because we've moved to brown rice. Stir it around just enough to try to coat it with that little bit of butter. Then we're going to add, I'm flipping rice everywhere. Now we're going to add a cup of chicken broth. This is what I'm using. The Knorr chicken bouillon. I just dissolved 1 teaspoon in 1 cup of water. We want to bring this up to a full boil. Now that it is fully boiling, we just need to put the lid on it, remove it from the heat, and let it sit 5 minutes or until the water has evaporated and the rice is tender. So I will be back then. In the spirit of full disclosure, it's been 15 minutes. I don't know if you can see I have a little bit of liquid left. I'm guessing the recipe was written for white instant rice, but I'm going to make this work. So I'm going to put it back on the burner here. I'm going to bring that little bit of liquid back to the boiling and then go over there and let it sit again. I don't know. I thought that was the ratios 1-to-1, but for whatever reason, mine today just does not want to. I don't know if it's because there's a little bit of a gap right there and the steam's coming out. Maybe that's it. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of putting that lid on it, I'm going to put a plate on it to cover the whole thing. But this is what happens when it's not your recipe and you've never made it before. This is the first time I've ever done it. Things happen. This is what happens in your kitchen. Just because I'm on a YouTube channel don't mean my kitchen work is perfect. Obviously. So that is coming back to the bowl. I'm going to cover it with this plate, and that will cover the whole surface, and that way all the steam will stay in. I'm thinking that might have been my problem, is that steam escaping through the spout. So I'm going to set this over here and let it sit and see what it does now. Okay, I don't know if you can see the liquid absorbed and the rice is done. Sadly, I cannot taste it to see how tender it is, but it looks like it would be to me. So let's serve. You can see how much it makes. Enough for 2 or 3 people. So you don't have a giant batch in the refrigerator. Let's just serve some up and see. There you go. A nice, I would say quick. It is quick to make. The longest part is letting it sit. So like we were talking about, probably written for white rice. If you have brown rice, just be sure to cover the pot completely and tightly to keep that steam in, and you should not have the problem that I had. It should soak in nicely. So anyway, there is our rice pilaf. Hope you enjoyed this video, and knock on wood, I should see you tomorrow for another Cooking for Two recipe.